Yo, what's up, everybody? Sorry it's been a little delay in everything, but yeah, I'm traveling, I'm living, so this kind of comes when it comes, but I definitely want to get a message out. So I've been in Utah the past almost 2 weeks now, and hold on a second, let me show you guys this view real fast. So my wife and I have been living out of our van for going on almost a month now, and it's been super awesome. We're very appreciative of the opportunity to kind of just like get out there and like live life a little bit. So yeah, this is our campsite for the night. We're on Bureau of Land Management land, so it's free camping, and wow, it's insane. This view here is so beautiful. I can't wait to get some night photography tonight. So let's kick this discussion today. So I've been in Utah for almost a month now. Been traveling for almost a month now. I've been in Utah for about 2.5 weeks or so, and right now we're in Moab area, and it is mind-blowing how beautiful it is out here. But nonetheless, you know, I've ran into too many dudes along this journey so far, and shit, even before I decided to make the plunge and live in the van, you know, people hit me up all the time, talk about anxiety, depression, and it just like, it gets to me. I take it very personally because I've been there. I still am there. I'm just trying to like battle it every day. But first off, man, if you're on antidepressants, I gotta just tell you right now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not certified. Like, that shit is just a fucking band-aid, all right? Like, all we hear is like, you know, 22 vets kill themselves, and there's people around the world that kill themselves on a regular basis. Dude, antidepressants is a fucking mind screwing over drug, okay? Like, I was on that shit back in 2006, and damn, dude, I was suicidal depressed. Like, I almost got kicked off my team. I was screwing up, like, you know, team training and shit that I knew how to do. I was just like, I was in a bad, wicked spot. You know, and for like the 2 days that you start feeling good out from it, dude, it's not worth those, like, feeling distant, feeling segregated from people, feeling lost, feeling left out. Like, dude, you gotta stop that shit. If you're a vet, or if you're getting ready to get out and you're worrying about like your VA rating, you don't have to be on medication to get that rating, to get that benefits, get that pay, to still get that treatment. Dude, I haven't been on antidepressants. Oh, fuck. I got back from this last go around and I was on antidepressants for like 30 days. And I was like, dude, this is fucking stupid. Like, I've already been down this road. Why am I trying to repeat it? Got off that shit and I told my doc, like, yo, bro, like, this shit ain't cutting it. I'm not taking your fucking pills. And he's like, yo, man, easy. I kind of want to go through protocol. So that's fine. I played that game for a little bit. I was on a very, very, very low one. But still, nonetheless, man, I highly don't recommend that. You know, when you're feeling depressed, you know, and then you get out and you start getting all anxious, that's anxiety, bro. Like, I don't even take pills for anxiety. Like, when I got back from this last deployment, like, everything just started crashing down on my life, man. My wife took me to a bodybuilding show, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go see this shit. When I go there, I was like, oh my God, like, even the shittiest person that was up on stage, man, had to put like time and effort into like getting ready to hit that stage. And I was thinking to myself, like, dude, I was like just super nervous, like looking at these people. I mean, this is coming from a guy who, like, I'd be in a briefing and like knowing that like there's a chance that I might have to talk or someone might ask me a question, like I would get like super fucking panicky and like breathing really heavy, palms all sweaty. And I'm like, this is my job. Like, I know all this shit, and like I'm still super nervous that someone's gonna talk to me and like, you know, call me out, like ask me to speak up. And so I was like, man, there's no way I could ever do this bodybuilding stuff. Nonetheless, I said, hey man, I have no goals in life right now. I feel super depressed, super down. So I said, screw it, man. I got an awesome coach. And so to prepare for that show, man, and to like kind of like overcome that anxiety, which I knew I would have, you know, I started bouncing downtown, and I would like wear like super eccentric shit just to kind of like put myself out there. So people like talk shit and just kind of like roll off my back, man, not let it bother me, because, you know, there was a point in time where I was just always worried about like, are people judging me? Are they looking at me? What are they saying? Or, you know, there's this also part of my life was like super tough guy where like people will bump into me and be like, hey, watch it, asshole. But I'm just like, those are all things that were masking like the bigger issue. It wasn't really me. I'm not a butthead, man, but that was like a persona that I was like living in. And fast forward, you know, I get up on stage for a bodybuilding show, dude. No anxiety, no depression. I'm like super pumped. I'm still doing all my medical shit at the same time. But as soon as it was over, I was behind stage eating my gummy bears and my cream cheese frosting, right? And I was like, dude, just like that, it was all over, man. I was like back to feeling depressed. I was back to like just kind of like getting this like overwhelming sense of anxiety. And I was lost, man. I had like no drive, had no determination. Well, anyways, here I am now, right? And so I ran into a few friends since I've been on this journey so far, man. And dude, they've been on these like antidepressants. They feel like they're worthless. They're feeling like that since other people in their lives they looked up to, they respected, you know, kind of like fell off the wagon or, you know, got lost. They feel like, well, shit, I looked up to them. Like maybe I'm not worth it. Maybe I can't do this stuff. I promise you can. Like, shit, dude, the past 2 days, man, I've been like super fucking tired. I've been like super like kind of like depressed, man. Like this like overwhelming anxiety. I talk to people all weird and shit. Like, I don't know. I have this like aura that says like, hey, come talk to me, but I also have this like self-demeanor that's like, hey, let me respond to you like a complete weirdo, man. Like I've never like interacted with people before in my life, and that's just not me, man. But yeah, that's been like my past few days, and I just want to tell you, man, like you guys have to like find something that like makes you like happy, gives you passion. Like all my old hobbies that I had, those are hobbies that were part of the lifestyle that I lived, right? So it was all hobbies that like, you know, were work kind of related, like, you know, special ops, dude, I gotta ride motorcycles and fucking do wheelies and like be a tough guy. And I'm not saying like that's the stigma. I'm just saying like that's what I created for myself. You know, I gotta go shoot guns, and shooting guns is awesome, dude. Like who doesn't want to shoot some guns, man? But like once I kind of felt super distant from work and my environment, and then now that I got out, like none of those hobbies exist for me anymore. And one thing I've turned to is obviously this YouTube channel, but it's my photography, man. Like my photography is like my vision, my perspective, right? Because like the best thing about art is that, you know, if you look at some art, like some art's like super creepy and weird, man, but like it might not have been appreciated back then, but like at 100 years, dude, it's like, oh my God, that's art. Oh my God. Like it's all in the eye of the beholder, man. And that's the way you have to view your life, man. Like, who cares about the environment around you? Good environment, bad environment, so-so environment, it doesn't matter, man. What matters is how you view yourself and how you view your situation and your environment. I promise you, you don't need to have antidepressants in your life. Like, so many civilians, that's like the catch-all. Newsflash, people, antidepressants, shit for anxiety, shit for fucking you name it, man. Guess what? These doctors, bro, they get paid for giving you this shit. I was maxed out on every SSRI you could possibly give someone to keep them awake, right? I was trying to go for this narcolepsy diagnosis. I didn't get it. I got hypersomnia, so they tell me they don't know why I'm tired. And I go back to my sleep doctor, and I did like 5 sleep studies. I did daytime sleep studies, the nighttime sleep studies. I go back to my doc, and he's like, why aren't you on your medication? I'm like, yo, bro, you said if I want to get the narcolepsy diagnosis so I can get this medication that supposedly works for it, which is called GHB, right? You told me I had to get off all this stuff. He's like, well, you finished your stuff yesterday, so why aren't you back in your